Sharlene and Tim Bosma's parents, Hank and Mary, endured 4.5 months of court dates, often graphic evidence and testimony. Rita Klein-Geltink is the pastor at Ancaster Christian Reformed Church and has been supporting the Bosma family throughout the trial. We've reached her in Ancaster, Ontario. So, Pastor, first off, you know the family. You visited Tim Bosma's parents and wife shortly after they received the news of Tim's death and helped them through this whole ordeal. How have they been coping through this very intense trial? You can see the emotion on Charlene's face right there.
Yeah, for sure you can see the emotion on her face. This morning we had our worship service and we all gathered together, and the entire church just felt different. It's like this huge weight has been lifted. And so for Hank and Mary and Sharlene and the others, today is a wonderful day. They are in a great place.
So it felt different. What did you say to the people at church today?
Yeah, this morning what I first said is that, at 2 o'clock I got the phone call from Hank that said the jury has a verdict. And so I got in my car, and so did a whole lot of other people, a lot of their friends. We headed straight down for the courthouse. and I just described that a little bit, and then I said, and then we started this whole process with prayer. We prayed every morning for the family. We prayed every morning for what was happening. We asked God to take care of these people. And so we're closing this process with prayer as well. We did that at the courthouse on Friday afternoon, and we did it again this morning, where we just thank God for holding this family up. Because, you said it yourself, how in the world does anyone get through this?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's almost impossible, right?
You say you were at the courthouse on Friday. What was the reaction there?
Well, the initial reaction, because you're in the courtroom, of course, and you're supposed to, maintain decorum and be quiet and everything. The first reaction was tears. Tears were coming down many cheeks at that moment. And then after we were allowed to go out, when we stepped through the doors afterwards, and there were people waiting outside there, and they actually let out a whoop, and cheered for the family. And how I interpreted that cheer? Not so much that, the conviction came down, but that, Sharlene, you did it. You made it through this. You got there. And it was a joy to be there with them.
And she said quite a few times that it's her faith that helped her get through this. How do you, as a person, move forward with, the help of the pastor, with the help of the community, those types of things? How do you move forward after a terrible tragedy like this?
You have to remember that when all this started to happen, the church family and the church community and this community of faith, recognizing that God is walking with us, existed before Tim died. And then this whole, support system was there all the way through these last 3 years. And that's going to continue on, Hannah. It's going to be probably just as important as it has been these last 3 years. But we are going to continue to surround this family with love, and God will walk with them through this next years and years as well.
But it's not only the direct family. The community was extremely affected by this as well. How do you help a community move forward as well in these types of situations?
Yeah, it's at times like this where you ask the big questions, right, about meaning of life and where does evil come from, and how can there be a God who allows this kind of thing to happen? So these are the big questions that people take with them moving forward. And that's where the church and the Christian community, has a big role to play. People have to recognize that we're here for a purpose, that God has placed us on this earth to honor Him and to respect life, the life that He's given us. And that's what happens moving forward. We continue to turn over these big questions and try to make some sense of it. And then when, in the end, if you can't, then you kind of rely on your faith again that says, God, you're God and I'm not.
Pastor Rita, I want to thank you for your time today.
Yeah, thank you. It was great to talk to you.
That's Pastor Rita Klein-Geltink, and we reached her in Ancaster, Ontario.